Hello, hi, this is Dr. Sangeeta on behalf of Zootech channel. Welcome you all to this session. Today we are going to deal a chapter on the general characters of phylum Platyhelminthes. So Platyhelminthes is derived from two words, Platyhelminthes. Platy means flat and helminths means worms. So they are the flat worms. So talking about the habitat, some are free living, some are commensals or they are parasites. Free living, we can give example as planaria. It lives in fresh water. And parasites, that is their endoparasites, that is Taenia solium, that is a tapeworm, and liver fluke, that is Fasciola hepatica. Okay, so they are all parasites. And this body is dorsoventrally flattened. Dorsoventrally flattened means the body is flat from both the surfaces, that is lower as well as the upper surfaces. You have a flat body. They are having a flat body. So the body is dorsoventrally flattened. And before phylum and all like Ctenophora and this Cnidarians, the porifera, the most primitive type, we were talking about the diploblastic. They were all belonging to the diploblastic category. But whereas this is the first phylum, we are going to talk about the triploblastic animals. Triploblastic animals means 3 layers. That is, you will be having an outer ectoderm, inner endoderm, and the middle one is the mesoderm. Bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical means what? Bilaterally symmetrical means it involves the division of the animal through a sagittal plane. So, it is through a longitudinal axis resulting in the 2 mirror images. That is, the right and the left halves will be similar. That is bilaterally symmetrical animals. It is seen in the case of flatworms. Acoelomate. What is acoelomate? Acoelomate means they do not have a true body cavity. So, they are placed under the acoelomate category. And this is also the first character we are seeing in this case of Platyhelminthes, that is organ grade of organization. Or before phylum, that is the Ctenophora, Cnidaria and all, we are talking about the tissue level of organization, whereas here we are talking about the organ grade of organization. Organ grade of organization means what? These organs work together to perform some functions. Here the important character will be the cephalization. Cephalization is what? The head is formed. Even though the head is formed, the brain structures are not well developed in the case of flatworms. I have mentioned about the cephalization, the head is formed, but they do not have, the brain structures is not well developed, and as I told you already, they are endoparasites. They are endoparasites. What does endoparasite mean? It is a parasite, that is such as tapeworm, that is Taenia solium, that lives inside the host. It will live inside the host. I will tell you later the examples and all. Okay. Now, this body, they are unsegmented, and this talking about the digestive system, as the endoparasite, that is a tapeworm, they do not have a digestive system because they take the digested food from our body. They take the digested food from our body. For instance, if you take an example, tapeworm, that is Taenia solium, is found in our intestines. Is it not? It is found in our intestines. It takes the food which we have already digested. So, they simply take the digested food. So, they do not, so they don't have to digest. So, the digestive system is absent in the case of endoparasites, but the digestive system is present in the case of free living, what is that? The planaria, digestive system is present. So, that difference you wanted to understand. So, in the case of Taenia solium, the digestive system is absent because it is absent in the case of endoparasite, because it is what? It is only, it is already digested, it takes the food which have already digested, the humans. The tapeworm is found in our intestines, is it not? So, it takes the food which you have already digested. So, they simply take the digested food. So, they don't have to digest. That is only the difference between the endoparasite, that is your Taenia solium, and the planaria. Planaria will be having the digestive system. Alright. Then, digestive system is branched and incomplete. Now, talking about the other thing, the excretory system. What is excretory system? It includes protonephridia and the flame cells. So, the excretion is aminotelic also. The nitrogenous waste eliminated is ammonia. For this, they have got a specialized cells called as the flame cells. That is the excretory system which will include protonephria, that is the flame cells. And Talking about the sexes, they are not separate. The sexes are not separate. They are monoecious. They are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite, I've seen. I've told you. They have, that is, the both sex organs are seen in the same animal. So they are hermaphrodite. They are monoecious. And talking about the fertilization, it is an internal fertilization. They may be cross or they may be self. So fertilization may be internal. It may be cross fertilization or self fertilization. Now, talking about the development is either direct or indirect. So, direct means there is no larval stages. Okay, if you talk about the indirect development, they do have the larval stages. Okay, the larval stages is what Miracidium, Sporocyst, Ridia, Saccharia. So, for example, if you can take the planaria, they will not have any larval, there is no larval stages in the case of planaria. So, it is a direct development. In the case of tapeworm, the Taenia solium, they are larvae. So, these larvae they are called as the Cercaria larva. Okay, I hope you understood. So, the planaria, that is for example, if you take planaria, there will be no larval stage, there will be a direct development. And in the case of tapeworm, there are larvae. So, these larvae they are called as the Cercaria larva. I hope you understood this session. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. In the next video, I will be talking about the general characters of phylum Ascalmanthus. Thank you. Good day.